Everyone, today, so you joining me back at Ladybower, and it's a continuation of some stuff that we've already talked about, or it's kind of related. You can see just there we've got that mysterious tunnel that goes below Win Hill, and that was known as the Derbyshire limestone scheme. It headed off over towards Castleton, and I've got Ladybower over there, and that mysterious old railway track is just down there. You can see the views, absolutely beautiful. It's May the 15th and Ladybower is at 99.7 capacity, so I don't think we'll be walking around that this summer. So today what I want to do is continue north, go further than I ever have done before, and see what evidence of more diversions, maybe even tunnels and weirs. It'd be amazing if we could find something like that. We're going to push on and head up north of Ladybower towards the River Ashop and also the Alpert. Come on. So a brief look at where we're going today. So you've got the main body of Ladybower Reservoir in the centre of this map. Now Ashopton Viaduct is just here, and I'm beginning my walk just down here. So the first thing I'm hoping to find is this no diversion tunnel. It is very, very hidden in an embankment surrounded by trees and bushes, so might need the drone to actually locate this before I actually walk down and find it. Now it's possible we'll come across something to do with the Jaggers Clough diversion pipe, which joins onto the Ashop diversion channel. That is the red dashed line at the top, the blue one being the Jaggers Clough diversion, which comes also from the no diversion tunnel. Now once we've found this, I'm hoping then to get to the Ashop Diversion Weir. This is over 100 years old, and it diverts water away from the Ashop, takes it down the Alpert, and then deposits it all the way over in Derwent Reservoir. Look at this, this looks like some kind of old building, doesn't it? So I'm just at the point where the reservoir starts to narrow off. Now is that a collapse, or where it would have been an opening or a window? Some sort of old, very old stone building that I imagine predates the reservoir. You just make the waters out just there, look, that's how close I am. And around the other side you can make out more foundations, look, it goes in a straight edge, and around there made of stonework. That is very old. That has been left to ruin for a good number of decades. Look at that, we're getting quite high up now. So the A57 is just that straight line of trees just the other side. This is beautiful, isn't it? I've never gone up this end when the waters was low, so I don't know what it looks like or what is revealed. Maybe the course of the River Ashop. Don't think we'll be doing that this year though, with the amount of water that's in there now. Now there is supposedly another diversion tunnel somewhere along this where it gets narrow, coming from the River No over in the Hope Valley. But unless the waters are low, I don't think, because you see how steep it is, I'm not really going to get down there. But I'd love to be able to investigate the area better and see if I can find anything. Here we've found the other entrance to the diversion scheme from the River No. Oh wow, just look. can hear rumbling coming from down there. DVWB. Now it says 950, but I can see where there was a 1. So 1950, when that would have been constructed. Let's pop around to the other side. Look at that. Look at that curved stonework. Let's get you another look. So yeah, I'm not going to get out of there if I jump down. This is something we're going to have to come back for when the waters are low in the summer. And we might be able to walk around and have a look. There's just this little trickle of water coming out, look. Look at this old bridge. It's like how you'd find an old railway bridge to be, isn't it? It's like it's even got sleepers going along it. Looks just wide enough and flat enough to carry a narrow gauge railway, but I very much doubt that it once did. Look how narrow Ladybower Reservoir is now. This is it, this is the tip, and this is where it's about to turn into the River Ashop. That's looking in the direction towards the main body of the reservoir. I'm going to take you over this bridge and see what it looks like on the other side. So this is the other end. We've crossed over. Now this is not the route we're taking. This will take us up towards the A57 just over there, but we're going to go back over the bridge and follow the path up to meet up with the Ashop again. We're going to leave it momentarily. I do find this fascinating, this bridge. What was its purpose? Because it's not an old bridge, and it's a peculiar place to have built one just for the sake of it. I've heard whispers that there were other narrow gauge railways around here which was used, you know, industrially to create other tunnels, and there is the other one down there not far away that we saw, which goes off to the River Now. So was that the purpose of this bridge? I think this is one that we're never going to know the answer to. There's that bridge again. Look, you can see it's got the concrete supports. That seems a bit heavy duty just for a footbridge, and it's not wide enough for like a tractor or a vehicle. Very curious. Now the water, if you can see it down there, is flowing. So this is pretty much where we meet the Ashop, just on the other side of that bridge. And I'm going to walk up here, look at that beautiful dense woodland, and meet up with the footpath again. What's also worth pointing out is down there where we just seen and met the River Ashop. That idyllic location is what it would have been like approaching the village of Ashopton back in the day. So there's a bit of a split in the path now, one up, one down. I'm going to assume we're going down. I hope we are, otherwise it means I've got to come back up. What on earth have we got here? What is this? What's that? So that's just a brook and a short culvert going under the footpath. This has got ventilation brick in there, look. So what would this be for? What's underneath here or inside here? There's no, well, there's a ladder, but we know it's going to be padlocked, but still going to have a look on top. Look. Crikey. Does anybody know what this would have been for. Look, another ventilation. That's a shaft down to something. But what? Another ventilation brick. Was the one on the other side as well? No, yes. So the answer, I believe, is this is a shaft down to what is the Jaggers Clough diversion. And it links on to the River No diversion, which appeared earlier in a video when we found that tunnel entrance into the side of Win Hill. So that is what this is. How far down that goes, I don't know. But I believe it joins on a little further down there onto yet another water diversion. Also, the little stone culvert's quite cute, isn't it? Look at that. That's that side. Tiny little waterfall just there, look. It's gorgeous. That's where it disappears below. So I've now walked into what is known as Blackley Hay Wood. Still not quite at the River Ashop. That is down there. Something else here, look. Got an old padlock on it. Some kind of concrete. Something's breathing, isn't it? Down there. We'll keep our eyes out for more of those, or more evidence of things that could be underground. Tell you what, the more I come here, I seem to get more questions than answers. No sooner have we come in here, can you see there? Just there, there's something down there. Looks like an arch. Let's get down. And whatever it is fenced off. It's like a huge pipe. A really fat, chunky pipe. Certainly is a pipe, look at that. That's a big boy, isn't it? And now that is not connected, I'm convinced, to what we've just been looking at, that weird thing. Because this is going that way. You can obviously see where they may have installed it just there. There's like a hump. But that stone shaft, whatever it is, was over there. So that isn't directly connected to this. I wonder if we can get a side-on view. If I go down. There it is, look. Doesn't look very old, does it? No. But that appears to be, look at the old stone just there, you can see it above the pipework. So that stone is very, very old. It's a shame we can't get across and have a better look. See down on the riverbed, look, you can see it better. So it looks like it's made of concrete block and it's been shotcreted or something. But they look like original abutments, which would suggest there was an original construction here before, because that is different stonework to what is actually the archway of the bridge there. I'll get you closer, you can see underneath it, look. And you can actually make out where that pipework's running, look. I need to look at maps and see where that is potentially coming from. I'd say the direction of it is going off towards Derwent Dam. That is pretty much in that direction, the way that it's pointing. Looking underneath the other arch, look, you can see there's some kind of gear there to allow water to be drained from the pipe. That's quite interesting, isn't it? Do you know what, thinking about it, we are going to meet up with the River Alport further up. Alport on the left and this Ashop is on the right. I wonder if that is the flow that is going through there from a diversion of the Alport. Let's get back up to the footpath. I'm intrigued to find out. Right, I'm a little bit out of breath. That's a very steep drop down. It's that little bridge we just seen with the pipework going over. Here, I think we found something extraordinary. Look at this, great big concrete section. It's an old weir, isn't it? Look at it, but which must have made its way down the valley somehow. I mean, all this stuff dates back to 1920. So it must have been before, abandoned probably before Ladybower was completed. It gets more curious, this place. There you go. That's got to be the answer, hasn't it? That's what's going and dropping down into our big pipe across the bridge. Let's see if we get right up to it. Oh, I'm burning the calories today. There we go, look. Great big grate across it, so it must be a bit of a drop, you can hear it. Can't get any closer to it to Shining Death Ray. But that's it, that's going to drop down and cut across over there, and that is where the bridge is, hidden behind the trees. A fair drop down there. That would be amazing if you knew you were going to be safe on an inflatable ring. So what we've just been looking at is where the Jaggers Clough diversion pipe pretty much intercepts with the Ashop Diversion channel, and you can see that red dashed line going off towards Derwent Reservoir. That is going to be the bridge. We're carrying that great big pipe. That is the route of that particular channel of water. Look at the old bolt sticking out the side of the concrete there as well. So, I mean, this water at one time must have been quite a high to go over that, and it must have just dropped down. It must have been quite a sight back in the day, because you can see it's like a smooth incline just there. There's a bit of an embankment over there, and there's an embankment just there, so it probably was a channel. I could be extremely wrong. Comments below. Do we think this weir went down there? And if you go down here, look, from this angle, you can again see the land slopes down like that all the way down to the Ashop. So I'm going to push on now, because the eagle eye of me with the drone, it looks like this one goes underground again a bit further up. Look at that. It looks very, very deep as well. I can see it actually. You see where that mound of grass and weed is? It drops down. Drops right down. That would be a wader's job, but it is not gated like the other end was. Very, very calm. I'm curious to see where this ends up. I love it up here. So it's got a bit breezy now, apologies for that, but there it goes disappearing. I'm going to turn you around, and it must follow the course of the footpath. The Ashop is just down there. And out it pops at the other end. So we've come, you see just there's a hill, it looks a bit brown. We've come around that corner, probably about a quarter of a mile. Quite a fast flow going down into it, and then I assume it dips down all the way under. So we've been walking along and above this culvert, haven't we? Just down this side, if I take you over, you could just make out a bridge coming, nice stone bridge coming into view down there. And that is access over to that farm with the River Ashop just down there, look, you see it? Fantastic. So the old port carries on its journey that way. It looks like there's an old weir or something just down there. That's private land down there though, so we're not going along there. It's quite wide just here, isn't it? I bet you could walk up this, you know, in the summer months. Is it just me, or do those trees up there look like a giant turkey dinosaur, like a stegosaurus? So what we've got here is the River Ashop Diversion Weir, and it is separating the water, taking up there. That heads off to that channel we've been following that eventually goes over the pipe, the River Alpert. Down here, the River Ashop continues on. Look at this. I mean, water will sometimes come over there, or it used to, until that little sluice was put in just there. And there is a flow of water taking excess current and depositing it into the Ashop, and that is taking its way off towards Ladybower. Look at that weir going all the way around there. That is formidable, isn't it? I wonder if we can actually get, there's a bridge there, look. I'm going to take you over there at some point and we'll have a better look at it. But first I want to show you what's going on up there. Right, so around here we've got another channel, look, and it is dropping down there in that sluice, and it is also going underground around there, and it appears just by the farm building and that stone bridge we saw. This isn't even locked, look. Right, let's have a quick look. There you go, you can see that better. So that is disappearing underground again, isn't it? And if you follow that up here, that then takes us up to the River Ashop yet again. So that is quite interesting, isn't it? So this water disappearing down here, if you've ever stood at Derwent Dam and you see that flow of water coming out the side down the rocky cascade into the dam, especially when it's at low water, it's a bit of a really nice little drop. This is where the journey begins, and it takes its way all the way down there, over that pipeline, over the A57, underneath a farm, and appears right in the corner of the northern side of Derwent Dam. And that there, look, is what it looks like on the other side of that stone dam wall before it gets taken down that channel. So at this dam, the waters of the Ashop are captured and channeled down an aqueduct on the right hand side just over there, and many think that the waters go into the Ladybower Reservoir, but the overspill remaining in the Ashop does, and that goes down, as you can see the left where that footbridge is, but the captured water flows down through a channel and it goes under the road, the A57, and through the hillside to emerge above the Derwent Dam near Fairholmes, and that is that very same river or conduit that we've been following for the bulk of our journey today. So I made myself around the other side. Look, this doesn't look like this has been used for a very, very long time. The way that's blackened off, I don't think it's had water over for a while. It's like the wood has probably been there for a good number of years too. Especially probably if the bulk of it comes down that little flow there to continue its journey. So up there, I'm expecting to find a dammed body of water. I'll probably walk around there too if it's possible and get us over there. So that is the best view I'm going to get. Look, not going over there. You see the water is a lot lower than what the dam wall is, and it's very boggy and muddy over there. So I'm going to try and attempt to walk along the dam on the opposite side and see if we can see any like sluice gates in the wall. So I think I should be able to, yeah, there we go. Wow, look at that. Right, let's get carefully over here. There's a few flies around. Okay, I've just come across there, hell of a lot of gnats. So there's the first opening just there, look, and there is indeed a sluice opening right at the bottom. I'm expecting to find the same. Indeed there is. 3, yeah, 4 and 5. There's also further sluices. Little gates just there, little openings. That's great. All the way across there, look. But I'd say this is probably out of use apart from maybe, right, it is wet though. Maybe it does get a little bit of use still. But the water was quite low looking down at it from that side. So I'm really glad I got this far. That is quite a distance. I'll try and work out what it is and put it on screen below how far I've walked. But to get to this very, very old dam, 1920, this was completed by. Absolutely formidable. That doesn't look very nice, does it? Yeah, I don't want to be putting my feet in there. I'm going to attempt to get on that one, and there we go. Made it over safely. So to help us get a better look of what it looks like on the other side of the dam, I'll put the drone up, circle it around a little bit, and then I'll see you after that. Well, I really do hope you've enjoyed taking this walk with me and looking at some very historical stuff, and pretty much where the journey of the River Ashop makes its way to feed Ladybower Reservoir. And it's so hard to imagine that some of the bits we've looked at today is exactly what the valley leading into Ashopton village would have once looked like. This dam and this weir from 1920, absolutely fantastic. And also the other small weir that we've seen before the water plummets on the ground and goes through that tunnel and appears at the top end of Derwent Dam. Any more suggestions, please do comment below. There's got to be more stuff like this. I keep finding more stuff, and I expect maybe you lot can as well, and you can tell me about it and I'll go and find it. See you in the next one. Bye bye.